Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you guys, because today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, that being industry layoffs. And today's round of layoffs is coming from none other than Microsoft. Now, this is not unexpected that we're having layoffs right now. I remember reading last week sometime that this week we were actually going to see a lot of layoffs at Microsoft, and well, people were definitely not wrong, man. I was surprised at just how many layoffs we had. And in this video, I'm going to try to understand from a business perspective why these studios may have got shut down or people may have gotten fired. So I was scrolling Twitter today when I came across this post right here talking about the industry layoffs. Dexerto here posted, Microsoft is set to lay off 9,000 employees today, including the Xbox and gaming division. But we actually have an article here today talking about some of the studios that faced layoffs, and I want to go through that and talk about each one. All of the Xbox games canceled and studios closed in Microsoft's latest mass layoffs. Let's go ahead and get into it. Microsoft announced mass layoffs on July 2nd, impacting many areas of the company's sprawling business, including Xbox. Overall, Microsoft is said to be cutting 4% of its staff worldwide, affecting about 9,000 people. Microsoft is an enormous company that employs more than 200,000 people globally. There's a lot of people acting like instead of 4% of the company getting laid off, it's like 40%, and that is just not the case. Like, don't get me wrong, 9,000 people getting laid off isn't nothing. That's 9,000 people unemployed. Some deserved and some unfortunately just caught in the crossfire, but a lot of people are blowing this shit out of proportion. Like, look at this dude. Xbox cancels all games, which is just factually fucking incorrect, and he has a facial expression on the screen like he just had to watch the family pet die. Like, don't you think you're being a little bit dramatic? The exact number of cuts at Xbox is unknown, but Microsoft has confirmed layoffs at multiple studios, game cancellations, and entire studio closures. Read on to learn more about all the cancelled games and studio closures as a result of Microsoft's latest cutbacks. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer sent a memo to staff today addressing the cuts, claiming the job losses were necessary to allow for the enduring success of Xbox. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness, he said. And I see a lot of people like really confused about this, saying, well, how can Xbox do better without these studios? And the truth is because the studios just aren't making enough money, or their products just aren't good enough, and that's just the harsh reality. Or some studios have too many people, and there's not really anything meaningful for some people to work on. That's actually why you see a lot of meaningless changes in the tech industry. Like, you'll see a lot of like UI changes and stuff like that that aren't really meaningful. They serve no real purpose. The company just needed to give people who are sitting around something to do because they hired too many people. Spencer also addressed the fact that the cutbacks are coming at a time when business is booming for Xbox. I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap have never looked stronger, he said. I don't know if I agree with that, man. The 360 was definitely a lot better in terms of games, if you ask me. The only game really coming up that I actually give a fuck about is Ninja Gaiden 4. We had fucking Gears of War, Forza Motorsport, Halo, Crackdown, Fable, Lost Odyssey, the original Ninja Gaiden 2. The success of Xbox today is the result of tough decisions Microsoft made previously, Spencer said. We must make choices now for continued success in future years, and a key part of that strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities, he added. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate effort on areas with the greatest potential. while delivering on expectations the company has for our business. This focused approach means we can deliver exceptional games and experiences for players for generations to come. Microsoft's stock price slid slightly after the layoff news was announced, but the price has been trending upwards in the past 5 years and currently stands at a near record high. Microsoft is currently the number 2 most valuable company on the planet, only behind Nvidia. Shit, man, it looks like those overpriced GPUs are really helping Nvidia with their stock prices. The number 1 most valuable company in the world. That's wild. But the next part of the article actually talks about the companies facing layoffs, so let's get into that. Starting with Raven Software. Raven Software, an esteemed Call of Duty development studio, is said to have been affected by the cuts. The studio co-developed 2024's Black Ops 6 and returns to co-develop 2025's Black Ops 7. Raven is also known for its work on Call of Duty Warzone. The exact number or nature of the cuts at Raven is unknown. I mean, unfortunate, but not shocking at all. Black Ops 6 is not doing very well right now. I remember reading an article a little while ago, I actually found it on Reddit of all things, but it was talking about the fact that Black Ops 6 is one of the worst performing Call of Duty games in recent years, and Warzone is in a terrible state right now, it's filled to the brim with cheaters. I know it's easy to hate on COD as a series, I mean people like Blame Truth make a living doing it, but I genuinely don't even mind some of the recent COD games. Like, they're not great, don't get me wrong, but I kinda liked Cold War. But Black Ops 6, man, it's like one of the first CODs in years that I just didn't even check out because I heard there was an online connection needed for zombies, and you can lag in solo games. That definitely didn't help the game either. The next studio we have is Turn 10 Studios, and they are the people behind Forza Motorsport. Forza Motorsport developer Turn 10 Studios was reportedly hit significantly by the Xbox cuts. A report said nearly 50% of staff were let go. Though it's not clear how many people this amounts to, the studio's last release was 2023's Forza Motorsport for PC and Xbox Series consoles. Now, this one is kinda disappointing because I do enjoy Forza games, and Forza Motorsport wasn't offensively bad, it was kinda just mid. And Forza 5 was really good, so I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate. But seeing as the game only got 4.7k all-time peak players, that's probably why they fired half the studio. Next up we have Rare and Everwild. British developer Rare was affected by the layoffs, too, with the studio's upcoming game Everwild cancelled. The game was announced in 2019 and had been in development for reportedly 10 years before this decision came down. Anonymous developers speaking to VGC said that Rare couldn't find the right direction for this project, even after it was rebooted. So just classic development hell, the devs didn't really know what they were doing, or maybe the leadership was not that good, and as a result, they of course got shut down, not surprising. The funny thing is, I didn't even know what this was until today. Next up we have Zenimax Studio and their new MMO, a new MMO RPG from the Elder Scrolls Online developer. Zenimax Online Studios, reportedly codenamed Blackbird, was said to be cancelled. It had reportedly been in development in some form since 2018. Longtime exec Matt Fiorer is also, I hope I'm saying that right, is also reportedly leaving the company. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. I've never really cared about Elder Scrolls Online. I've never played it. All I can really say is unfortunate, I guess. Next up we have Perfect Dark and the Initiative. Now, Perfect Dark, for those who don't know, is a game that came out a long time ago. Like, I wasn't even a fetus when this game came out. But this is a reboot we're talking about here. I do remember a huge drama with this game, though, where I think one of the developers said they hated gamers, and I actually found out about this from fucking Sun Grand Studios, of all people. Shame he turned out to be a Nintendo fanboy. This is back before Sungrand had his massive downfall, but from everything I've read online, it had bumpy development and that's why they shut it down. It started in 2018, was revealed in 2020, and we saw gameplay in 2024. I don't know if the developers' retarded comments have anything to do with the game shutting down, but developers really need to learn to, not post shit that is going to piss people off on public accounts when you work for a company. But yeah, the game's shutting down. This is what they had to say about it. One of Microsoft's newest studios, The Initiative, is closing up shop, and its first game, A New Perfect Dark, has been cancelled. A report from May 2024 said the new Perfect Dark game was in rough shape. Next up we have High Moon. Longtime Call of Duty co-developer High Moon Studios has been affected by the Xbox cuts to, according to Charlie Intel, the studio has, for years, supported Call of Duty Warzone and other Call of Duty projects. Yeah, considering the state of Warzone, this one isn't surprising. Next up we have Sledgehammer Games. Another Call of Duty co-developer, Sledgehammer Games, has faced layoffs as part of the wider cuts at Microsoft. That's according to Charlie Intel and Insider Gaming. For those of you who don't know, Sledgehammer Games is one of the 3 main development teams for Call of Duty. There's Treyarch, which makes the Black Ops games, there's Infinity Ward that makes the Modern Warfare games, and then you have Sledgehammer, which makes kind of like the little spin-off games. We had COD World War II from them, Advanced Warfare, and MW3 2023. And I don't think any of these games from a multiplayer standpoint were egregiously bad, to be honest. I think MW3 2023 was better than Black Ops 6, so I think Treyarch should have got the axe here. I even think MW3 2023 from a multiplayer standpoint was better than MW2 2022, fucking sue me. And finally, the last one, at least in this article, is Blizzard and Warcraft Rumble. Blizzard has announced that Warcraft Rumble support will not continue in its current form, while systemic events and bug fixes will still be made. No new content will be added. Aftermath reports that some Blizzard employees will shift to different roles, while others will be let go. An exact figure has not been confirmed, but it's said to be as many as 100 people. Now, there's a few more studios that I know of that have not been named in this article that have faced layoffs. The first being Compulsion Games, the people behind South of Midnight, and considering some of the statements that the lead writer has made, I could care less. Next up, apparently Halo Studios has had some layoffs, which is not surprising considering the state of Halo Infinite. But at the same time, I do think it's weird considering, they're working on the Halo Unreal Engine 5 game. Does this mean the new game is doomed? Or is it because of Halo Infinite? Who knows? But that is every studio I know about and what I think of all the layoffs. To sum everything up, there are a lot of people that unfortunately are caught in the crossfire and they didn't really deserve to lose their jobs, but at the same time there are people who did deserve to lose their jobs. Anyway, that is pretty much everything I have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't, you can leave a dislike. And yeah, I'm out.